Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Pemberton Hornets in varsity football. But first, we take you to the field for the 2024 Hall of Honor recognitions.
Class of 1974. Brian played soccer in the fall and wrestled in the winter. He co-captained the famous 1973 soccer team that won the Group 2 New Jersey State title. Joe Benbury, class of 1986. Joe competed in soccer, basketball, and baseball. He was named the LHS Sports Person of the Year in 1986. Daphne Ginn Upshaw, class of 2013. Daphne joined the 1,000 Point Club in the girls' basketball during her senior year and played a vital role in the girls' basketball team, making it to the NCT Finals in 2013. John Cannon Sr., class of 1986. John was a two-sport standout in football and basketball. He led Mercer County in rushing with 110 carries, 886 yards, and 11 touchdowns in his senior year. Anthony Swaley, class of 1983. Anthony was a star swimmer for the Lawrence Cardinals. Upon graduation, Anthony held 6 of the 11 school records. He won the 50 and 100-yard freestyle races at the NCT his senior year. Kristen Szynski Ensley, class of 1993. Kristen could not make it here tonight, but she was a member of the varsity swim team for 4 years and was Mercer County champion in the 500-meter freestyle. Bertie Reeves, class of 1974. Bertie was a three-sport standout in football, wrestling, and tennis. He was a member of the tenacious defense that allowed only 6 points all season during the 1973 football season. Matthew Russ. During his time at Lawrence High School, Matt acted as team manager and assistant coach for football, basketball, baseball, and track. Matt was able to stay involved in LHS sports for several years after graduating from LHS.
No practice tomorrow. No practice.
Keith Bippen. Keith was a long-time health and physical education teacher at LMS. Keith coached Lawrence High School and middle school students in soccer, track, and softball. He was a 4-time Coach of the Year and guided the Cardinals to a boys soccer state title in 1994. And last but not least, the 1971-72 LHS boys basketball team. Here tonight, team members John Carpenter, Al Hicks, Tom Niebudek, Billy Chester, Bill Kaufman, and Gary Mielo. Please give a big round of applause for Lawrence High School's class of 2024 Athletic Hall of Fame inductees. Congratulations to everybody.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join us as we respectfully honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Setting up the kick for the Hornets, number 7, Owen Soto. Back deep for Lawrence, Justin Patet home, and Carmelo Thompson. All the way to the house, Isaiah Greer with the kick return touchdown.
Welcome back to Lawrence High School football here on 107.7 The Bronc. Isaiah Greer just ran the opening kickoff back 85 yards for a touchdown after the Cardinals won the toss and elected to receive. So just 14 seconds in, Lawrence is on top 6-0. Justin Petit home out for the extra point, kicking to our left, and it's up and good. 14 seconds in, Rich, 7-0 Cardinals, and that's exactly what you talked about in the coach's show, right? This special teams unit and the kick return, the punt return unit especially, being able to spark some big plays for the Cardinals. We saw it last week, and now we see it to start this game here today.
It's funny how one of the questions I asked on the coach's show, Jordan, it draws up perfectly because Isaiah Greer returns the opening kickoff, and I asked Coach Gratis on the coach's show what makes it so reliable, and it's just he gives credit to his special teams coordinator. What a play to start. Opening play, 14 seconds in, and the Cardinals up 7-0.
That's the first kick return touchdown of the year for the Cardinals. Isaac Pitts-Parker had a 70-yard return against Bordentown last week, and Isaiah Greer starts this game off with a bang. Cardinals already on top 7-0, and now their kicking unit comes out. We've had off and on rain during the pregame. Right now it is just misting with overcast skies. We expect it to be raining lightly as this game goes along. Vlado Nikolov has the ball teed up on the 40. Cardinals in their home red uniforms, red tops, red helmets, and white pants. Pemberton comes in, road whites with the road uniforms, road tops, or white tops, white helmets, and white pants with green numbering and lettering. Cardinals with the white numbering and lettering. Nikolov's kickoff is a short pooch kick that bounces at the 38, fielded by one of the up men. That's E.J. Zapata-Smalls. He takes it down the far sideline to the 40, to the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he is in. What an answer back by Pemberton. E.J. Zapata-Smalls takes it 62 yards at 7-6. Each team has returned the kickoff back for a touchdown. We're 25 seconds in, 13 points have been put up on the board.
What a wild start to this game, Jordan. I mean, back-to-back opening plays for each team is a kickoff return touchdown. Not once, twice. I mean, Pemberton had a great blocking on the left side that kind of opened up, and he's working that left sideline, and just amazing special teams play, you could say, as far as the kick return game in the first two plays of this game.
Well, now out to add the extra point is the junior kicker, Owen Soto. The holder will be Anthony Carter for Pemberton, kicking to our right. 7-6 game. I'm not sure if I've ever seen each team return the opening kickoff back for scores, but here we are. 7-6 ball game. First place on the line in the division. And I guess one way to... as the kick is a line drive that hits the bottom of the crossbar. It's no good, so the Cardinals remain in front 7-6. But I guess one way to make sure, Rich, that the rain doesn't really affect the game in terms of the offenses is just make sure neither offense comes out onto the field. Special teams playing a huge role.
Yeah, I mean, right now, that was an extra point missed there by Pemberton, but this is going to be this is also going to affect the kicking conditions. It's in the rain, the ball's going to be wet, the snap's going to have to be clean, making sure that you get the right snap and making sure that that ball is clean. And so far, Pemberton, Cardinals getting a little lucky that Pemberton missed that extra point there. Just wanted to add that element in there.
And you wonder now if the rain kind of affected Nikolov's decision to just pooch kick it. We saw him practicing punts before this game began, and he was having some trouble. The rain was coming down much harder at that time than it is now. Right now, kind of just a light drizzle. But the football's going to be wet. It's been raining really the entire day, so you know this field is pretty waterlogged. I mean, just looking at it right now, it has the white glow from the light stanchions, and you can tell that there's a pretty solid film over top of the turf. So Owen Soto has the ball teed up on the 40, kicking from left to right. This is already going to be the third kickoff in the first 25 seconds. Soto readies his guys. Back deep to receive for the Cardinals is Isaiah Greer along with Isaac Pitts-Parker. It's a line drive kick fielded by Muhammad Nasser at the 18-yard line. Cardinals build the wall. He goes right between the hash marks across the 30, falls forward out to the 34, and finally an offense is going to come onto the field. It will be the Cardinals offense, led by the junior signal caller, Francis Gage, who did not have a great game against Bordentown. There's no dancing around that. 0 for 9. He's now 5 for 19 on the season. That's just a 26% completion percentage. 70 yards through the air. He's thrown 1 interception. And he does not have James Lyons lining up behind him here tonight, so the Cardinals will go running back by committee. They come out in the I formation, moving from right to left. Lamar is the halfback, the tailback, Pitts-Parker. He gets it over the left guard and gets nothing. Stacked up right at the line of scrimmage at the 34. A swarm of Hornets in to make that tackle, headed by Tyson Alexander, the senior defensive tackle.
Yeah, right there, this is where you miss the absence of James Lyons, because with James Lyons, he does a great job running through contact, but this is where the committee is going to be challenged, because those guys up front, they're used to like a downhill power type of game, right? And Pitts-Parker's more of an outside zone, looked like on that last carry, but now looks like they're going tough personnel. 2nd down and 10
for the Cardinals from their own 34. Gage under center. They flip the bunch from the left side of the line over to the right. Nobody's in the backfield. Now Pitts-Parker motions. He gets it off the toss. Pitts-Parker running to the right to the 35, and he's angling out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Clock keeps moving. In on the tackle was David Foster. Officials say he met him before Pitts-Parker got out of bounds, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. They're going to say 7. He got to the 37.
This is not the ideal situation you want to be, especially in these conditions, Jordan. 3rd and long with the rain. I mean, that ball might be a little slippery if they try to throw it. I think now this is where you got to find your best run that can, if you're going to do it in between the tackles, you start there. But if you're going to try an outside zone here, it's going to be tough, but you're going to need to find your best run here.
Brendan Doherty in. Mahmoud Ali out. I formation for the Cardinals. 3rd and 7 from the 37-yard line. Gage drops back, looking to throw. A pressure, and he's going to get taken down in the backfield. Pocket collapsed quickly on Gage. It's a loss of 5. Cardinals go 3 and out, and here comes the punting unit.
Yeah, it looked like the protection broke down there for Gage, and I think that, just the receivers, they were trying to get open, but they came out. Pemberton got to give credit there. They got a nice little pressure there. It looked like 4-man front. Looks like they had a little stun action there, too. And Pemberton gets an early stop on defense, and I think now that this is the kind of game you're going to have to find. If you're going to throw, you're going to throw it quick and try to get yards after catch.
So on 4th down and 12, Cardinals punting unit on the field. Vlado Nikolov, the punter, stands at his own 19-yard line. The deep man is Ryan Lambert at the 36. The punt is nearly blocked. It's end over end. It bounces in front of Lambert. He lets it roll right by him inside the 30, inside the 25. Cardinals roll all the way down, rolling on its side to the 20-yard line. Excellent job there by Nikolov. And for a guy who was struggling in pregame, good to see his first punt really pushes Pemberton back. And so now their offense will take the field for the first time in this game, trailing 7-6 after both teams return the opening kickoffs for touchdowns. And they are led by their sophomore quarterback, Nehemiah Maines. Maines comes into this game through the first 2 games for Pemberton. 14 of 34 and 151 yards through the air, 3 interceptions. This is a Pemberton offense that is much improved from last season. They're averaging just over 20 points per game, but they scored just 26 points all of last season. They were shut out 5 times as well. And Maines comes out in the shotgun, twin receiver set. Pemberton moving from left to right. It's 1st and 10 in their own 20. Zapata Smalls goes in motion. Maines takes the high snap. It's a give to Foster. Bounces it outside the left tackle. I think it's taken down after a gain of about 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line.
Yeah, and that time they try to get a little like wide zone, look like an inside zone action with a little motion from looked like the slot receiver or the tight end out wide. It was a 2-by-2 look. So what they did is that they tried to get it outside zone, got a couple of yards, but it's going to be a game where I'm not sure east and west is the best way to go.
I beg your pardon, it was Sean Lake on the carry, and he remains down on the far side of the field. 8:48 to play, opening quarter. Glad you could join us here on 107.7 The Bronc. It's a 7-6 Cardinals lead, and while we have 10 seconds, let's pause for station ID.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Alongside Rich Sale, I'm Jordan Hirsch. Lake is up, walking off the field slowly back towards the far sideline. Sean Lake is the leading rusher on this Pemberton team. Came into this game 27 carries for 115 yards, and he's now out at least for the time being. Replacing him in the backfield is Ryan Lambert, the junior running back. 2nd down and 8 for Pemberton, moving from our left to our right. Nehemiah Maines is in the shotgun. Slot to the far side of the field. Single receiver split out wide to the near side. Cardinals show 4 and stack the box with 7. Maines takes a snap. Play action. He drops back. Throwing left, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to connect that time with David Foster outside the near hash mark at the 36. He had to dive for it. In coverage was DeMarcus Beaver Wilcher. He knocked it away. 3rd and 8.
DB13, our last Cardinals MVP of the game, Jordan, and he does a great job, just kind of like reading the quarterback's eyes. He sees the receivers breaking inside. He puts his foot on the ground, and he just breaks on the ball. A great break by DB13, and right now, you got him in a 3rd and long. Now this is where the Cardinals defense, can you get the stop early and force the Hornets to punt?
3rd down and 8 for Pemberton on their own 22-yard line. Maines in the shotgun. Foster, or I should say Lambert, lined up to his right. It's a twin receiver set. Takes a snap. Play action. Pressure off the left edge. Rolling to his right. Being chased and avoiding one tackle. Now Maines takes off down the near sideline. He's close to the 1st down. A late flag comes in. It looked like Maines got very close to the 30-yard line, and I think he got just past it, but we'll have to check the marker. It appears it's going to be a late hit. It depends on who it's against.
It might be a late hit. It's on Pemberton. It's a late hit.
And we'll see who it's called against. The white hat official is currently still in discussion on the near sideline. Without the penalty, Pemberton had enough to get the 1st down, but they're backing up. And they're going to get unnecessary roughness going against Pemberton. That's going to back them up, wipe the 1st down off the board. And it's going to back them all the way up inside the 20 down to the 16. So instead of a 1st down run by Maines, it'll instead be 3rd and 14. The Cardinals catch an early break.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing the Cardinals defense didn't do a great job was doing contain on Haynes. I mean, he rolled from his right and then tried to work up the right sideline. But the Hornets, I'm thinking about that late hit. Why did you need to do that? You had the 1st down in that situation.
Yeah, it looked that. I mean, it was unnecessary roughness with the emphasis on unnecessary.
But you got the 1st down. You don't need to do that.
It's 3rd down and 14 now for Pemberton from their own 16-yard line. Maines in the gun, 2 receivers left. He takes a snap. He's rolling that way, being chased, throwing across his body, incomplete. Isaiah Greer was the closest one to it around the 23. Pass was just a little too far out of his reach, or he would have had his 2nd pick of the season.
And both edge defenders for the Cardinals there, they got a very clean early jump on the ball, and they kind of had the edge on the tackles. They did a great job containing them that time. Forced Haynes to throw it a little high, and almost the pick was just a little underthrown backed up in their own territory. But Cardinals defense get the stop they need. Now their special teams. Let's see what they got drawn up this time.
Rain intensifying just a little bit. So the punter is Ryan Lambert for Pemberton. The deep men Isaiah Greer and Pitts Parker stand at the 50. It's a very short punt. Bounces at the Pemberton 37 and then rolls across the 40 end over end to the 42-yard line. And that's where it's picked up by Jihad Goffney. More good starting field position, Rich, for the Cardinals. That's been the theme really the entire season. And we've seen at times the Cardinals be able to capitalize on that. But a little bit more recently, We've seen the Cardinals struggle when they get the ball on the plus side of the field. Francis Gage back out there, Cardinals leading 7-6. What do you want to see from the offense here?
I want to see them try to win first and second down. I mean, the running game didn't work early in those early downs. So if you're going to try to throw the ball, get a quick game. If you're going to try to run, start in between the tackles.
Cardinals this season averaging 19 points per game, 13 first downs a game. Still looking for their first down in this contest. This drive will start from the Pemberton 42-yard line. Cardinals in their red and white uniforms moving from right to left. Gage under center. He calls out the play. Make sure everybody's on the same page. And it looks like nobody was really on the same page, and now Coach Radis is forced to burn a timeout. He is incensed. He's yelling, it looks like, over at either the official on the near sideline or one of the players on the sideline. And you got to believe, Rich, Coach Radis having to call a timeout before the drive even starts. I mean, we could see it. He was barking at someone. That's not going to make him happy.
This is extremely frustrating. So I know exactly what Coach Radis is saying. You want to make sure your personnel is on the field. You practice these plays, and not just practice, you practice them walkthrough. So you know we're going to be running this play at some point in the game. And the fact you have to burn an early timeout after you just got great field position, exactly where you want to start a drive in a game like this, and then you got to burn a timeout. It's not the great start, but you got to find a way to get these guys focused. You're in the plus side. You got to start this drive off really strong. But to burn an early timeout, that is not the ideal start that Coach Radis wanted. That I understand him being frustrated there.
We've got a bit of a light crowd on hand, especially with the rain. Let's say we're about 30% full here on the home bleachers. Road bleachers for Pemberton, a little different story, maybe a little closer to 50%, but a lot of these fans have umbrellas of all different colors, so that may make it look like there are more people here than there actually are. Cardinals, after the timeout, jog back onto the field. Cardinals looking to right the ship after the game against Bordentown last week. They are lowest total yards, lowest rushing yards, passing yards, first downs, and points of the season. 1st and 10 for Francis Gage in the I formation. Takes a snap, gives to Pitts Parker. A lot of running room across the 40 to the 35. He's got the first down and more out across the 30. Takes it down to the 27-yard line. 15-yard gain for Pitts Parker running outside the far hash.
This is a great example of winning first down and running in between the tackles. Like I said, Jordan, Pitts Parker works to the right to follow the senior Isaiah Spencer, and that's where you got to win. Granted, it was a short near side of the field, so they did a great job working the sideline, and now long first down, and this drive off to a great start.
Brendan Doherty out, Justin Petit home in. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals on the 27-yard line of Pemberton. Gage in the I formation. The halfback is Lamar. The tailback is Pitts Parker. Gage takes a snap, turns and gives to Pitts Parker, runs by the left guard, gets tripped up across the 27 to the 25-yard line. They'll call it the 24. That's a pickup of 3. And so far, Rich, we expected to see running back by committee, but Isaac Pitts Parker getting the lion's share of the carries early.
Yeah, and I think that, this is kind of what I expected a little bit. Him starting off the game, and then you mix in Joel Caesar. Keanu Lamar will get some carries at some point in this game. I think that right now they're trying to set the edge and trying to win with some outside, because that's to fit Pitts Parker's skill set. I think they're going to see some more downhill. I got a feeling Keanu Lamar is going to get this carry, Jordan.
2nd and 7 from the 24 of Pemberton. I formation look. Gage takes a snap. He gives to Pitts Parker. Runs by the left tackle. He's got running room across the 20. Flag flies. He's forced out of bounds at the 18-yard line. This one might be coming back. It's in the area of a hold. The yellow marker sits on the near sideline at the 23.
Yeah, it's just another great run where they get blocking, but you get too grabby when you get in that mindset of being tough and being physical. But you just gotta make sure you don't grab too much. That's what they did.
And it is a holding call, so wipe the first down off the board for Lawrence. They're going to back up 10 yards. They're going to be playing now 2nd down and long. Ball will be marked at the 34-yard line, make that 2nd down and 17. Clock is frozen at 6:44 here in the first quarter. Cardinals on top, 7-6. We've seen a pair of kickoffs run back for touchdowns. Isaiah Greer did it for the Cardinals, and then E.J. Zapata-Smalls answered right back for Pemberton. Owen Soto came up short on the extra point, and that's how he got to this score. 2nd and 17 for the Cardinals, right to left, ball in the Pemberton 34. Gage in the shotgun for the first time with a running back flanking him to either side. Gage takes a snap, pump fakes, now rolling right, and he cannot get out of the grasp of the defensive lineman Jihad Goffney. Gage dropped for his 2nd sack of the game, and now it's 3rd and forever.
Yeah, and that time protection broke down a little bit. They looked like they had somebody open in the far side in the slot working outside, but unfortunately the protection broke down, and Gage, can't really blame him, but the offensive line just got to hold up a little bit up front to give Gage a little time to make a throw. And now you got a really bad situation, 3rd and long, and what was once a promising drive.
3rd down and 27. And at this point, you figure it's just going to be a handoff. See how much you can get back. And you never know. The Cardinals' run game, obviously, this season, it's been lethal. They're down James Lyons, though. Carmelo Thompson comes into the game late. Gage is in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. Stands in the pocket. Delivers it deep down the right side of the field. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with the tight end, Dylan Robbins. He was in double coverage, and David Foster looked like he had the best opportunity to come up with that football. If he was able to make that connection, it would have been a 1st down pickup, so figure that even if it was picked off, it works as a punt, but now the real punting unit is out on the turf.
Yeah, Robbins had a step in front of him, but then they got a late safety help over the top to kind of force like it was double coverage there, and that's the one thing you got to watch right in this game, because like when you get those double coverage throws, 99% of the time things don't happen well unless you got a very rare receiver. But
Nikolov's punt is a very good one. Fair catch called for and made inside the 15-yard line at the 14 by Ryan Lambert. Well, so far, Vlado Nikolov, who was struggling in pregame warm-ups, not so much during the game, and that's what matters.
Yeah, he's got 2 punts inside the 20. I mean, now you got a once promising drive for the Cardinals that ended not so great, as I was trying to finish up the sentence before the punt. But now the defense, you're in a great spot inside the 20, get some stops, and right now, you know, try to get this running game and try to contain Haynes, and I think you'll be off to a good start.
Cardinals defense allowing just 12.8 points per game this season, much improved from last year when they gave up nearly 33 a night. It's 1st down and 10 for Pemberton. This drive will begin on their own 14-yard line. Hornets move left to right in the white and green uniforms. Main's in the shotgun. Single receiver to the left. They put a man in motion, give it to him on the jet sweep. Cutting across the 15 down towards the 20-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 yards, and it was Anthony Carter who got the carry.
Yeah, and here they go with this little like inside zone looking power play, and you know they're trying to get outside too. They're seeing that Lawrence is having that success running in between the tackles, it's working outside, and Pemberton comes up with their play of their own, and you know, great run by Carter there is now you get, you know, you get yourself in a 1st down win. Now you got 2nd and short here.
2nd down and 3 for the Hornets. Ball placed on their own 21-yard line. Again, Maines is in the shotgun. Same type of formation. Single receiver split out wide to the left. Running back on his left hip, and Carter, the man to the left of the line. He takes a snap. It's a play action, and there goes Nehemiah Maines. Takes it over the left tackle. Ball comes out late, but he was down. He's got the 1st down across the 25 to the 26. Give Nehemiah Maines 5 on his first rushing attempt of the night.
Yeah, it looked like on that read option sequence, Maines did a good job finding the hole inside and just attacking it. It was definitely a read option, but it looked like it turned from a read option to a quarterback power there. And Maines showing off his athleticism, running inside the tackles, and Pemberton's putting a nice game together on the ground on this drive so far.
Maines, a rather mobile quarterback. That was his 16th carry of the year. 4:20 to play, 1st quarter. Cardinals on top, 7-6. 1st and 10 for Pemberton. Ball on their own 26-yard line. Maines in the shotgun. Single receiver now to the right side. Maines takes the neck-high snap. He hands it off to Ryan Lambert. He runs over the left tackle and gets stacked up. Not much there. Give him 2, maybe 3 out to the 29. 2nd and 7 is upcoming.
Yeah, and I think it's very important that this Cardinals defensive line holds their gap up front, because it looks like Pemberton's going to be in a running 1st down situation early, and especially setting the edge for those edge defenders, because we're seeing now that Pemberton can run inside, they can run outside in this opening quarter. So very important gap discipline on 1st down, because it's going to be a run most of the time with Pemberton so far from what it looks like early in this game.
Cardinals defense allowing just under 85 rushing yards per game. They've been very good in the run defense this season. 2nd down and 7 for Pemberton from the 29-yard line. Maines is in the shotgun, tight formation with a single receiver split out wide to the left. Motions Brady Golighty out to the right, and now one receiver on either side. Maines takes a snap, looking left, throwing over the middle. Pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. It went in and out of the hands of the junior Andrew Anderson, right at the sticks. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Pemberton tried to get a good quick concept. This is what you're gonna have to do when it's rainy in these types of conditions. So good job by Lawrence. Heads up though, they played underneath and they had 2 defenders there, but that ball was just right in his hands. He just dropped it.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Pemberton from their own 29-yard line. They break huddle and walk towards the football. Maine splits out wide to the left. It's a wildcat formation. In the backfield is Ryan Lambert. He takes a snap. He takes off towards the right. Make that David Foster. He's running over the right hash. Now bounces outside across the 40. 1st down and more down the near sideline. Tries to make a cut move inside the 40 all the way down to the 30-yard line. And there to bring him down was Gio Ruiz. David Foster, the Wildcat quarterback, takes it into plus territory and converts big time on 3rd and 7, all the way down to the Lawrence 29.
And you see, Jordan, how Pemberton's offensive line, they flow to the right. And now Foster's following his blockers, but what he does a great job is when he gets outside, he stays in bounds and he waits for those receivers to make a block, and he runs up the right sideline. And what a huge run for the Hornets on 3rd down, keeping the drive alive. And they are controlling this line of scrimmage so far in the first quarter.
It's a 42-yard run when all is said and done from one 29-yard line to the other 29. Maine's now in a pistol formation. David Foster split out wide to the right. The running back's Ryan Lambert. He's lined up behind Maines. Maines takes a snap, turns and gives to Lambert. He runs over the right tackle, puts his shoulder down into the body of Chude Nebe and gains maybe a yard. I think they're going to mark him at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
See, that's a perfect example right there of winning 1st down because it was a run. You're going to set the edge, find the ball carrier inside, make sure you hold your gaps. And it's about gap responsibility when Pemberton runs the football. Obviously not in that wildcat run on 3rd down, but that time was a good example of the Cardinals playing great run defense on 1st down.
1:51 and ticking on the first quarter clock. Cardinals leading 7-6. It's 2nd down and 10 for Pemberton on the Lawrence 29. Maine's in the shotgun. Single receiver split out wide to the left, and the running back Ryan Lambert lined up to the left of the quarterback Maines, who takes a snap, and a flag flies from the far sideline, blows the play dead, and it looks like we're going to have a false start. That's going to back Pemberton up 5 yards. That is the call. It will move the football to the 34-yard line. And now the Hornets will be behind the stick. 2nd down and 15. This is a Pemberton team. We mentioned their struggles last year, 0-10. They have not had a winning season since 2015, 20-61 during that span. Maine's in the shotgun. Single receiver split out wide to each side. Lambert lined up to his left. Maines takes a snap, play action, looking left, going deep for the end zone, down the far sideline, incomplete. Well overthrown. David Foster, the intended receiver. DB 13, DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher was the one in coverage. And now 3rd and 14.
He does a great job staying with him the whole way through, using that, keeping that outside arm, away from the receiver, and got his head a little late around the ball, but he played great coverage, and that ball was just a little overthrown there by Pemberton. Foster, stride for stride. The DB 13 playing well so far in this opening quarter with 2 big key plays, testing them early.
3rd down and 14 for Pemberton. Jogging onto the field from the far sideline is a senior Anthony Carter. Nehemiah Maines now jogs back in after getting the play call from first-year head coach Gerald Davis, who has this Pemberton team at 2-1. Winners of back-to-back games. They beat Burlington City week 2, 14-8, and then creamed Mapleshade 41-21 last week. Maines in the shotgun on 4th and 13, and a flag flies from the secondary. And it's a penalty going against Pemberton. It's going to back them up 5 more yards, all the way to the 39-yard line. The back judge official caught that one. And so now the Hornets set up 3rd and forever.
And how about back-to-back drives that were once promising, now getting backed up by penalties and forcing both teams down to a 3rd and long? And now this game is going to come down to, okay, who can prevent themselves from making penalties and who can extend drives?
3rd and 19 for the Hornets from the 39 of the Cardinals. Twin receiver set. Man goes in motion right to left. Maines takes a snap. He's going to roll to his left. Got pressure from Chude Nebe. Can't track him down. The throw is high and incomplete. Trying to connect that time with Anthony Carter, who had a lot of running room if the throw was a bit lower around the 29-yard line. Instead, the pressure from Chude Nebe forced Maines to get the ball out a little quicker than he may have liked. And here comes the punting unit onto the field with 1:03 to play in the opening quarter, and the Cardinals on top by 1.
I want to say one thing that's caught my eye so far, Jordan. Back on third downs, Nebe is winning against the offensive tackle with pure speed. I think that he has a good chance to get a sack if he could just get there a little bit quicker, because he's winning his matchup right now, and I got a feeling he's going to get a sack in this game.
Chude Nebe sacked Nehemiah Lanes last season when these two teams matched up. The punter, Ryan Lambert, stands at the 46-yard line of Lawrence, and it's blocked. Lambert races back to get it along with Zane Spencer, who falls on top of it at the 43-yard line. Carmelo Thompson, he's fired up as he jogs over towards the near sideline. Not sure if he was the one who got a paw on it. It's the first block punt of the year for the Cardinals. They get more good starting field position.
The special teams come up again with another big play. And how about the Energizer Bunny, Carmelo Thompson? If that was him making the block, I would have guessed, he would have been the guy to make that block there. And again, the Cardinals set up in great field position. Who can extend drives? That is what I'm looking forward to see as we approach this end of the first quarter. Who can extend drives in this game?
Cardinals right to left on their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Gage under center. Lamar is the halfback. He takes the snap. It's a give to Joel Caesar, in fact. He runs by the left guard and then gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line. First carry of the game for Caesar. We'll expect to see him a little bit more in the run game than we're used to, but his first carry goes for nothing, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, right there. I mean, when you get those kind of late reverses, right, those like wide inside zone handoffs, Jordan, you got to kind of expect that, that play's got to be executed a little bit quicker. I think it was a little slow there, and that's why the defensive linemen have been able to get behind, the line of scrimmage on that play. Now, you got to find a way to just get north and south.
Gage under center, 2nd and 10. Lamar the halfback. Gage takes a snap. It's a give to Lamar. His first touch goes over the right guard, puts that right shoulder down, falls forward to the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 3 for the big bruising back, Keanu Lamar, now up to 129 yards on the ground this season. And now we've got whistles as the Cardinals will head back to their sideline. And before this 3rd down and 7 play, the clock has run out on the first quarter. Cardinals leading it 7-6, 12 minutes down, 36 to go. Cardinals on top by 1. Second quarter of action coming for you next year on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
7-6, 12 minutes down, 36 to go. Cardinals on top by 1. Second quarter of action coming for you next year on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM.
The Cards are on attack. This is Joel Caesar, middle linebacker on the Lawrence High School football team. Listen to our game exclusively on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM, online and on app on WRRC.
Back to Lawrence High School alongside Rich Sale. I'm Jordan Hirsch. On 3rd and 7, Isaac Pitts-Parker runs over the right tackle and gets stood up at the 35-yard line. Cardinals now moving left to right. He was 2 yards short of the first down marker. So to bring up 4th and short, and Coach Radis in that no-man's land territory, he's going to leave the offense on the field. Cardinals are on top 7-6, early stages, second quarter. They rush to the line. 4th and 2 from the 35 of Pemberton. Gage under center. He gives to Lamar, and he gets stacked up immediately in the backfield. They tried to catch the Hornets defense off guard. They were ready. Pemberton takes over on downs.
And Pemberton brought their second-level defenders down late, and they tried to quick snap it, thinking they could get them just a bit early. And no, the Pemberton defense holds up, and they completely closed any rushing lane for the Cardinals. And right now, that 4th and 2, I mean, I get it, you're going to have to win. You're going to have to make a conversion at some point. But now you get Pemberton the ball at about the 35 here now with some breathing room to work with.
So the Hornets offense comes out 1st and 10 now from their own 35-yard line. Neither offense has scored. Both special teams units have. Each team traded kickoff return for touchdowns to open this game. Isaiah Greer for the Cardinals, E.J. Zapata Smalls for the Hornets, and that's where we stand right now, 7-6 after the missed extra point from Pemberton. Maines is in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 35. Single receiver split out wide to the left. Carter gets the handoff, running over the right tackle, and he carries it forward for a pickup of 5 out to the 40-yard line over the right hash. 2nd down and 5.
And again, they work that looked like that. It looked like a jet pass originally with the motion, but then they kind of ran that inside zone, like off, like that pulling guard power there, and they're working the edges. And again, first down, it's a run. You got to hold your gaps up there, discipline, set the edges, because Pemberton's looking to run inside, working outside, and set the edge and make sure you got discipline.
We've yet to see Sean Lake return to the game after he went down on Pemberton's first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Hornets on their own 40-yard line, and the white and green uniforms moving right to left. Maines in the shotgun, single receiver split out wide to the left. Lambert is the running back. He gets the football, runs by the right guard, and gets stacked up. He's going nowhere but backwards. Loss of 1, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Clock at 10:14 and counting here in the second quarter.
All right, this is where 3rd down. They usually start to cook up some kind of blitz here. Is this Nebe down? Because he's won his matchup on 3rd down, and he's won with speed. I want to see, is this Nebe's down here? Can he get home and get the Hornets in 4th and long?
3rd and 6 for Pemberton. Ball on their own 39-yard line. Maines comes out in the shotgun. Single receiver split out wide to the left. That's Andrew Anderson. Ryan Lambert, the halfback, lined up on the left hip of Maines. Cardinals show pressure on 3rd and 6. Maines takes the helmet high snap. Play action, drops back, delivering it down the right sideline, incomplete, and a flag comes in late. Trying to hit E.J. Zapata Smalls. It was Gio Ruiz in coverage. It looked like he got there a little bit early at the opposite 40-yard line. This is going to be defensive pass interference. That's going to move the chains, and it's going to be a gain of 15 yards on the penalty. So now across midfield, Pemberton will have it on the Lawrence 46.
Oh, and that's a gut wrencher there. I mean, a penalty extending 3rd down. I mean, they brought double coverage late on Zapata, but unfortunately, got a little too physical there. And Pemberton now, again, aided by the Cardinals penalty, extends the drive here.
1st and 10 Pemberton on the opposite 46-yard line. Cardinals still on top, 7-6. Maines, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun, standing 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Puts a man in motion right to left, takes a snap, throws it to him out of the backfield. That's Brady Golighty running over the left hash, and he gets brought down across the 40-yard line down to the 38. That's a gain of 8 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was like a little late swing screen that they had there. and they had some blocking for the left side. And again, it looked like 2 Cardinals defenders were about to sack Maines, but that swing ends up becoming a big play. And now, you win 1st down in Pemberton. Now you get yourself in a 2nd and short.
2nd down and 2 to be exact for the Hornets. Ball on the 38 of Lawrence. Maines again in the shotgun. That's been the look here tonight. Andrew Anderson split out wide to the right. Lambert is the halfback. They give to Brody Golighty. He runs over the near numbers and gets brought down for a loss of 1. And a flag flies from the secondary. DeMarcus Beaver Wiltshire was the one to bring Golighty to the ground, and now we'll have to check the penalty marker.
Looks like it might be coming back.
As it stands, it's a loss of a yard. And, yeah, you're right, Rich. It does look like the Hornets are backing up. The ball now placed at the 39. But, yeah, the men in white jerseys are all the way back now towards midfield. And it looked like they called a personal foul of some sort. So it would be 2nd down and 17. If true, let's see where the official walks the ball. Has it in his left hand going across the 50. And yeah, it is a personal foul going against Pemberton. Already the 2nd personal foul this game. They had the unnecessary roughness call back in the 1st quarter. Ball placed on the Lawrence 46-yard line. And so that will bring up 3rd down and 18. Pemberton back in their huddle. Ball placed on the near hash. Both teams have been consistently playing behind the sticks, but especially the Hornets with some of these penalties, especially on situations where they have it 2nd down, 3rd down, and short. Nehemiah Maines is in the shotgun. Ryan Lambert lined up on his left hip, slot to the near side. Single receiver split out wide to the far side. 3rd and 18. Maines takes a snap. It's a play action. Pressure from Zane Spencer. Gets away. Rolling left. Throwing down the near sideline. And it's caught, but out of bounds. The ground knocked the ball out of the hands of Andrew Anderson, who had a step on Gio Ruiz, who was the one in coverage, and instead will bring up 4th and 18. And again, the punting unit will head back out. They're both teams' punting units. They've been busy here tonight.
Yeah, and they have. And I want to talk about that last throw by Maines. I mean, I got an image back to Aaron Rodgers making that throw to Jared Cook along that left sideline, Jordan. And Maines threw a great ball. It was supposed to be outside. His receiver had a step winning, but 1 foot in. Oh, my God. If he got 2 foot in, that would have been a huge play.
The punt from Lambert again nearly blocked. This line drive, end over end, checks up at the 27-yard line. Fielded by Isaiah Greer. He starts up, makes a man miss across the 25, and then carries it out to where the ball checked up, right at the 27-yard line. And so here comes Francis Gage and the offense back out there. Neither team's offense has been all too impressive so far. Really just one big play. It's come courtesy of David Foster on the Pemberton side of things. And the Cardinals, they're lacking their big play threat in James Lyons, and we've really seen that really pay dividends here early. Cardinals haven't really been able to get moving down the field consistently. They come out 1st down and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Gage is under center. Lamar and Pitts Parker both lined up behind him. Gage takes a snap, gives to Pitts Parker, runs by the right tackle across the 30, and then puts his shoulder down out to the 35-yard line. There's a nice gain on 1st down. Pick up 7, 2nd and 3 coming up.
That's exactly what you have to do. You have to set the edge if you're going to run outside and I know you can't play bully ball because Pittsparker's more of an outside guy, but that's what I'm talking about. Get those early wins on 1st and 2nd down, and that's where you'll move the ball, and eventually you'll get past midfield and get into scoring position. But it's important in a game like this to win on 1st and 2nd down. That time you did.
2nd down and 3 for the Cardinals from their own 35, moving from left to right. Gage under center, Lamar in the backfield. He gets the football, runs over the left guard, not much there, keeps those big legs churning, still on his feet. And now the officials blow the whistle, and they're going to say the extra effort netted him the 1st down. It's a pickup of 3 to the 38-yard line.
And Keanu Lamar reminds me of Mike Allstott. Just he keeps his feet moving. He's physical, and his second effort is at next level really good. I mean, he's a hard guy to bring down, but he'll keep fighting. He'll keep moving his feet. And he's such a tough, bruising bulldozer to bring down.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals on their own 38. Gage under center. Lamar, the halfback. He gets it to Pitts Parker instead. Runs by the right tackle. A lot of room across the 50. Still going. Flat flies 40, 30. Down the near sideline goes Pitts Parker. Bumped out of bounds at the 16-yard line. We'll have to check this penalty, though. It may be coming back. The flag sits at the 43-yard line.
It's coming back.
Coach Radis not happy. He's yelling in the direction of the wide receiver, Jack Dunn. And the Cardinals nearly get that big play, but a penalty appears that it's going to wipe it off the board. And with 6.5 minutes to play here in the 2nd quarter, Cardinals still on top by 1, and it is a hold going against Lawrence. It's going to be from the spot of the foul, so it should not be 1st and 20. We'll see how far back they walk. It's all the way to the 45. So it's going to actually net the Cardinals 5 yards. 1st and 5, Lawrence from their own 45-yard line.
And that's such a gut wrencher because they run behind Isaiah Spencer, the strength, the senior right tackle, and they've done it a couple times and it's worked. But that holding call, this is what I mean. It's gut wrenchers when you get those types of things. You've got to keep your composure. I know you're running, you get physical, but at times just block cleanly.
Gage under center. Lamar, the halfback. Pitts Parker back there as well. He gets the football, cuts it right up the middle, and has the 1st down as he dives forward out to midfield. That's a gain of 5 for Isaac Pitts Parker, enough to move the chains. 6:22 to play here in the 2nd quarter. And Pitts Parker looked like he wanted to take that to the outside, realized there was an open hole right up the middle, and took full advantage.
Yeah, you got to find where your holes are. I know your players sometimes design for outside runs, but if that inside hole opens up, you take that.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball is on the near hash at midfield, sitting at the bottom of the big red L logo here in Lawrence. Francis Gage, it's been the theme. He's under center. Lamar, the tailback. Pitts Parker in motion. Gage takes a snap. Lamar gets the football. Flags fly. Play blown dead. Penalty going against Lawrence. And it appears this is going to be a false start. First call against the Cardinals of the false start variety. We've already seen a couple from Pemberton. This is going to move them behind the sticks. 1st and 15. Cardinals, Rich, they're not listening to our pregame show.
No, they're not. I mean, this is an area that's been a concern, right? It's been the increasing amount of penalties, and I get it. You're excited. You're finally moving the ball. You got an idea of what you're going to need to do. The jitters, I get it. I've been there, butterflies in the stomach. Just wait for the count. You practice this all the time in practice.
1st and 15 for the Cardinals on their own 45. Gage under center takes the snap, gives to Pitts Parker, running to the right. He's across midfield and dragged down after a gain of 6 yards. E.J. Zapata Smalls got him to the ground. Isaac Pitts Parker brings up 2nd down and 9.
And they're running behind Isaiah Spencer again, the right side. I mean, I think the biggest key for them is if you're going to run that side, right, a little hint I would think for it to be more successful, Jordan, is if you can get on that left hash, because then you got more of the wide side of the field to work with. And, I get it, you want to run behind the strength, but the hash marking in that situation could be a little different there. And I'm very curious if they want to do that more, do they try to get more plays working to the left side? That way they can open up some more yardage on that side of the field.
Cardinals are starting to gain more yards in chunks here as this game goes along, leading at 7-6. It's 2nd down and 9 for Lawrence from the 49 of Pemberton. Gage under center. We've got whistles. We've got an official from the near side pointing at the defensive line of Pemberton. I don't see a flag.
I don't see one either.
And it looked like there was just a piece of trash on the turf. That's what the official spotted. He picks it up and tosses it away. So now we're good to go. 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals from the 49 of Pemberton. Francis Gage, the quarterback, under center. Keanu Lamar, Isaac Pitts Parker lined up behind him. Pitts Parker gets the snap, runs over the left tackle, burst of speed across the 45, dives forward, picks up 2 extra yards because of it, out to the 43. Back-to-back 6-yard gains brings up 3rd down and 3 from the 43.
You got a 3rd and manageable now, right? Your runs behind the senior tackles are working. You're getting some blocking. Now, 3rd and 3. Coach Radis has an interesting decision. Do you want to get a quick passing play, keep them moving chains? Do you have a run that you like that can get you 4, 5, 6 yards? Or, do you try to continue to keep going with your runs off tackle a little bit and see if you can get your 1st down that way?
The other thing to consider would be 4-down territory as well. 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals from the 43 of Pemberton. Gage under center, Lamar and Pitts Parker in the backfield. One receiver lined up to the right. Pitts Parker gets the snap, runs over the right tackle across the 40. He's got running room down across the 35-yard line. Off the handoff, Isaac Pitts Parker running over the near numbers, moves the chains, and now he's starting to find his groove.
Yeah, and I mean, when you feed a guy like him, man, I mean, he just keeps waiting for that big play, and it's like a batter, it's like a batter in baseball, right? You're waiting for that right pitch, and then all of a sudden you get it and you take it, smack it out of the home run park.
It's a gain of 10, and now we've got whistles, and Pemberton's head coach, Gerald Davis, he's going to use his first timeout of the first half. 3:53 to go. Cardinals 7, Hornets 6.
Don't miss a quarter of Lawrence High School football on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM. Plug into the action using your mobile device. Download our free apps. Search WRRC in the Apple and Google Play stores to listen to every Cardinals game this season, as well as the biggest hits and best variety on your smartphone, tablet, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto.
Well, Rich, one thing that has stuck out to me during this first half has been the patience and the decision-making of Isaac Pitts Parker. He looks very comfortable in the backfield. He's a guy that we're used to seeing run off tackle, but he's cut it up the middle a few times, and just his wherewithal when he gets the football of finding the hole in the offensive line, and he's been able to hit that gap pretty consistently.
Yeah, and that's a different kind of style of running that we're used to seeing with James Lyons, who's just hitting the hole all the time, right? And I think that's a good thing that Pitts Parker has, is the ability to be patient, waiting for his blocks to open up, and then cut down to the hole. And it reminds me of that Le'Veon Bell type of style where, back in Pittsburgh when he used to do that. And I think that's kind of the thing you're going to need against a team like Pemberton, where you're going to need your blocks to get set up to get more yardage. And that's a smart thing that Pitts Parker has done so far. That's created a lot of the holes that have opened up and a lot of the medium plays that become big plays once it opens up.
Out of the timeout, Cardinals have it 1st and 10 from the 33 of Pemberton. Gage, no surprise here, he's under center. Pitts Parker is the tailback, and now the Cardinals flip the bunch from the left to the right. Lamar moves into the backfield. Pitts Parker line up next to him. Gage takes a snap, gives to Pitts Parker over the right guard, carries it forward for a gain of 2 outside the right hash to the 31. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Go ahead.
Right here you want to try to figure out the best way to get at least into field goal range here, and trying to get the inside run a little bit going, and those off tackle runs have been working. Now you just got to figure out if you're able to continue to just wear this Pemberton defensive line down before the locker room, and right now that's going to be the emphasis here as we're approaching under 3.5 minutes.
2nd down and 8 for Lawrence on the 31 of Pemberton. Gage, he's under center. Joel Caesar goes in motion left to right. Cardinals have a bunch on the near side of the line. Pitts Parker lined up as the running back. Gage takes the snap, turns and gives to Pitts Parker right up the middle. Breaks into the secondary. A flag comes in. And for now, Isaac Pitts Parker has the 1st down across the 25 to the 22. And we're going to have an illegal motion that goes against the Cardinals, however. And again, a 1st down wiped off the board via a penalty. Coach Radis, he's all the way out to the near numbers. And so this 10-yard gain is going to come back and make it 2nd down and long for Lawrence, 2nd down and 13 to be exact from the 36.
And these are gut-wrenching penalties. Like, you're moving really nice. And again, Jordan, I said the key to this game, who is able to extend drives without penalties?
So far, really, that's been neither team.
And we still got a whole half to go. So somebody's going to have to extend drives without penalties, and it's going to have to happen at some point in this game.
The official places the football back at the 39-yard line. So 2nd down and 16 for Lawrence. Gage comes out under center. 2:44 to play until halftime. Cardinals still leading at 7-6. Gage under center. Pitts Parker, the running back. He takes the snap. Pitts Parker gets the football, bounces it outside, running to the right across the 35, still chugging along out to the 32-yard line. Isaac Pitts Parker refusing to go down. Good to see the little guy keep those legs moving, and makes it 3rd and a little bit more manageable, 3rd and 9.
And he does a great job of lowering his pads, taking on a little bit of the contact there, and trying to just squeeze in between those little holes there. And got a nice little gain there. Now you got a 3rd and 9 here, where you got to find a way to just get a completion, get yards after the catch, keep the chains moving.
3rd down and 9 for the Cardinals from the Pemberton 32. Darkness beginning to fall here in Lawrence, and the rain has stopped. Gage, he's under center. The bunch is on the left side of the line. There it goes. It flips over to the right. Isaac Pitts Parker is the running back. Stands at the 39-yard line. Now Lamar moves into the backfield. Gage takes a snap. Play action. Rolling left. Looking deep. Got a man. It's Robbins. He makes the grab. Oh, no, he didn't. It came out. Had it at the 10. Had inside positioning and just could not haul it in. We saw Dylan Robbins with a critical drop in the 1st quarter last week. That ball hits the turf, and it'll bring up 4th down. Dylan Robbins nearly with that first big play of the year.
And he had a great step. He did a great job. He had the right break, broke outside. He just got to hold on and crowd the ball, and it's tough because, again, a big play they're not able to convert, and they're knocking on the door. They just can't get the door down. And right there, I don't know if it was the fact that he got his hands out late. I think, he had it. It's just got to catch the football there.
Cardinals will lead the offense on the field. 4th and 9 from the Pemberton 33. Gage in the shotgun. Twin receiver set. He takes the snap, looking left, throwing that way for Robbins, incomplete. Well over his head. The ball falls harmlessly out of bounds. Cardinals for the 2nd time tonight turn it over on downs. And now Nehemiah Maines and the Pemberton offense will have 2 timeouts and 1 minute and 35 seconds to work with. 67 yards from pay dirt as they get the football back.
Yeah, right there. I mean, I would say this to you, though, Jordan. If I'm the Cardinals' 2nd half offensively, I wouldn't give up on going back to Dylan Robbins because he's been able to get behind the defense. They just have to get that spot where the ball needs to be thrown, and he's got to get his hands there right on time, and they're capable. That big play can there. But if you don't go to him, you only lose confidence. I don't think you stop going to him in the 2nd half.
1st and 10. Hornets on their own 32. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Nehemiah Maines, he's in the shotgun. 4-man front. Maines takes a snap, looking right. Pass is caught by David Foster, and then he trips. Falls on the slick turf in between the hash marks after a gain of 2 yards out to the 34. And now we've got whistles and an injured player, and it looks like it's Foster who was the one who slipped. He's slow to get up. so far we haven't really seen the weather affect this game too much.
I think DB13 looked like something with his ankle too, Jordan. I was a little curious to see because he looked like he got up with a little gingerly over there.
Beaver Wiltshire, he is up and he's standing over in the Cardinals huddle on the 41-yard line. And so as the medical staff of Pemberton tends to David Foster, it will allow Rich to take the floor.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
David Foster helped up, and he's going to walk slowly off the field under his own power. We've yet to see Sean Lake return to the game. He went down on Pemberton's first offensive play from scrimmage, and he's really been the feature back for the Hornets this season. And so right now both teams are kind of in that running back by committee mode, as we've got 2nd down and 8 for the Hornets, who are looking to avenge a 19-7 loss here on this very turf at the end of last season. Cardinals winning that one by 12. Cardinals have won 4 of the last 5 meetings dating back to 2012. Official blows the whistle. Clock will run. We're down to 1 minute, 20 seconds to go till the half. Empty backfield for Nehemiah Maines on 2nd and 8. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Maines takes a snap, drops back, throwing over the middle, incomplete. Oh, he had Andrew Anderson wide open over the left hash mark, and he would have had a house call if that throw was about maybe 3 or 4 feet lower.
Yeah, that's one of the little risky things when you play single high safety is, right, if you can get some vertical options winning there, and then you can get that deep cross outside, and if he makes that safety miss, he could be gone. But he had the opening. He got right there. It's just a little too high of a throw from Maines, and another big play that, a team can't hit. And I think that's another key. I think we're going to talk about it at halftime, Jordan. They have not been able to hit. Neither team has been able to hit a big play.
3rd and 8 for Pemberton. They've been bit by the inaccuracy of their sophomore quarterback so far. He's in the shotgun by himself. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Takes a snap. Play action as Lambert went in motion. Maines takes off over the left hash. Has the first down as he gets tripped up by Isaiah Greer, but not after he moves the sticks out to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 10. And now Gerald Davis will use timeout number 2 with 1 minute and 5 seconds left, his team trailing by 1.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Well, Rich, 65 seconds to go till halftime, and you got to believe one of the main messages from Coach Radis in the locker room is going to be about making the Cardinals' coverage is a little bit better, because they've been able to get away with leaving some of these speedy receivers open. But how many times can you go back to the well, especially in a close game, first place on the line, before that comes back to bite you?
Yeah, and right now, both sides have some areas that need to be fixed, right? Coverage is definitely one thing. They're getting a little lucky that Maines is overthrown a couple times, but these receivers, they can get behind the defense. You just got to be able to stay with them the whole time. And right now, Pemberton's still running their 2-minute offense right now. So, you got to be ready just to not let somebody get behind you. Keep them in front of you and make them burn their timeouts on this drive.
1st and 10, Hornets on their own 43. In the shotgun is Maines. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Maines takes a snap at the 4-man rush. Maines step throws over the middle, incomplete. That time it was underthrown in the direction of David Foster. There were 2 receivers that were wide open, the other one being Andrew Anderson on the opposite 36-yard line. And again, the Cardinals get a little lucky with the inaccuracy. There was pressure on Maines. That forced him to get the ball out, again, a little quicker than he may have hoped.
And I think the Hornets had an early jump. I was surprised that the officials didn't catch that, because it looked like one of the right guard, right tackle of the Hornets jumped a little early there, and, they got a little, looked like they got a little snuck past it there. I'll say that.
So instead it will be 2nd down and 10 for Pemberton from their own 43-yard line. Clock is stuck on exactly 1 minute to go until the half. We have not had any scoring since the opening 25 seconds. It's a 7-6 Cardinals lead. Nehemiah Maines in the shotgun, trips to the near side, and twin receivers to the right. Cardinals have a 4-man front. Lambert goes in motion left to right. He's now lined up on the right hip of Maines. He takes a snap, drops back, sets up the screen to Lambert, and that gets blown up right at the line of scrimmage. Joel Caesar would not be fooled.
Yeah, and he's had a rough game. He needed that play, Jordan. He does a great form-fit tackle on the screen, and that is a great play there. It keeps him in bounds. Clock is running. What a great tackle in the open field by Joel Caesar there.
And they say that tackle forced a loss of a yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 11. Pemberton in their huddle. They seem to be in no particular hurry with the clock dwindling down to 27, now 26 seconds to go until the half. 3rd and 11 for Pemberton. Ball between the hash marks on their own, we'll call it 42.5-yard line. Maines alone in the backfield, 5 wide. He takes a snap. Here comes a blitz. Maines in trouble, and down he goes. There to get to him was Chad Dillard, the junior. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now it looks like the Cardinals are going to use a timeout and force Ryan Lambert to punt, in which he's already had 1 blocked.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I mean, their punt unit, it looks like it's compressed compared to the average, punt, protection units, right? So I don't mind the timeout here for Coach Radis, but again, that 3rd down blitz, those edge guys are winning their battles. And how about a play by Dillard right there to, make that play? We didn't hear really much a lot about him these first 4 games. What a key play on 3rd down right before the half, and it just shows this defense has a lot of really, really good players that can step up and make a play. And what a big sack by Dillard on 3rd down there.
It'll be 4th down and 18. There's just 3 seconds to play till the break, so this punt will be the final play of the half. The deep man for the Cardinals is one Isaiah Greer. He stands way back at the 20-yard line. There's some confusion on the Pemberton side before this punt. Nehemiah Maines looks like he might be heading back out onto the field, so we'll see what head coach Davis elects to do. Now David Foster is running down to the left side of the field, and he's going to pick up, it looks to be a mouthpiece or a towel of some sort. And Isaiah Greer, who was the deep man, will now walk all the way back across the 50, as it looks like Gerald Davis might leave the offense on the field. He's calling his team back over into the huddle. This is a very long timeout, Rich, and
yeah,
the Cardinals are now going to head back over to their sideline as well, and that's going to allow me to let you know to keep up with the Bronc and all of our Lawrence High School sports broadcasts during every game on social media. You can follow our exclusive home for Cardinals football on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads at 1077 The Bronc, as well as on TikTok at 1077 The Bronc WRRC. We'll see what Pemberton elects to do. The ball is placed on their own 35-yard line, 4th and 18. Just 3 seconds is all that remains until halftime. Cardinals leading this one 7-6. And it looks like the punting unit's coming out. Carmelo Thompson jogging back as the deep man. Wait, nope, now he's going to jog back up closer to the play, and the offense will remain on the field. David Foster's the Wildcat quarterback. He takes a snap. He's running to the left. The edge gets closed off. Now he bounces it back to the right. He's got space, looking for blockers. He's across the 50, across the 45 to the 40, down the far sideline. Can the Cardinals force him out? Yes, they can. And that ends the half. David Foster tried to reverse fields, and the Cardinals were able to force him out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that will end a very interesting first half of action, with the Cardinals leading at 7-6. No scoring since the opening 25 seconds. And do not go anywhere, because we've got a lot to break down. Cardinals on top by 1. Our LHS halftime report is coming for you next on 1077 The Bronc WRRC FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
The Lawrence High School Marching Band is proud to present their 2024 field show entitled Fire Swan. Please join us in this musical reimagining of 2 classical masterworks. Written by Jason Nish, Fire Swan explores the emotional nuances of Travisky's Swan Lake and Travisky's Firebird. Drill was written by Allison Polsky with choreography by Allison Polsky and Andrew Meyer. Staff includes Kent Bergen, Brian Miner, Amy Hernandez Montepeque, and the director of instrumental music at Lawrence High School is Michael Grobish.
The marching band is comprised of 60 student members and is the spirit of Lawrence High School. The group rehearses twice a week and is happy to be performing in the Tournament of Bands this season. Student leaders include Lorenzo Ernetta, Arpana Malahon, Kieran Herna, Saide Paz Sandolova, Jolie Simon, and Rashid Sanapali. The group is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Isaac Park. The group would like to thank Dr. David Adams and the LTPS administration for their continued support.
We hope you enjoy our performance of Fire Swan.
Do it up, drumline!
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Welcome back to Lawrence High School alongside Rich Sale. My name is Jordan Hirsch. We're about set to get underway here in the second half. Cardinals, they won the toss. They elected to receive. It was the correct decision after Isaiah Greer ran the opening kickoff back. That made it 7-0 Cardinals. E.J. Zapata-Smalls answered right back with a 62-yard kick return of his own to make it 7-6. Owen Soto missed the extra point. And then there was no scoring the rest of the way for the final 23 minutes and 25 seconds, or I should say 23 minutes and 35 seconds of the first half. Cardinals are on top by 1 in their red home uniforms with the white pants and red helmets. As for Pemberton, all white uniforms, white helmets, white tops, white pants, green numbering and lettering with the black trim. Vlado Nikolov has the ball on the tee. He'll be kicking from left to right as the second half of action is about set to get underway. First place on the line in the WJFL National Division. Official blows the whistle. Nikolov runs up. He boots it away. It's short. It's another pooch kick. It's going to be fielded and juggled and finally fallen on by Pemberton at the 42-yard line. As there to scoop it up was the up man, Jaquan Henderson. Here comes Nehemiah Maines and the Hornets offense back out there. Neither offense has looked all too good, especially because of the penalties. Pemberton, they are up first here in the second half.
Yeah, and I think that, what the first thought you want to do, Jordan, is when you get out of the locker room, okay, what's my first 5 to 10 plays that I really, really like to open up this drive? I get my team in a manageable situation, second and short, third and short. That's what I want to see if Pemberton can do on their opening drive.
First and 10. It's a high snap taken by Maines, gives to Lambert. He's running outside the left tackle. He's across the 50 and pushed out of bounds at the 49, maybe the 48-yard line. There's a pair of penalty markers down. Joel Caesar was a little slow to get up. He's to his feet, along with Isaiah Greer. Both of them are up and standing now, and we'll have to check the markers. That's how the second half begins.
Looks like it's probably going to be a hold again or a false start because they're moving back.
Yep, Pemberton's offense backing up, and you're correct, Rich. It is a hold, and it's another hold that wipes a lengthy run off the board. And so instead of what would have either been first and 10 or second and inches, it'll make it first down and 20 for Pemberton from their own 32-yard line. And if head coach Davis talked about the penalties in the locker room, you cannot imagine that he would be all too happy over on the sideline right now.
No, and that's the start that, like I said, somebody's going to have to benefit from it. And, I mean, we've seen the Cardinals get an opening drive takeaway, and I think that's what you kind of need right now. It's got this kind of feel like it was Game 1 against Maple Shade.
First and 20, taking the snap as Maines, gives to Ryan Lambert. He's got room over the left tackle. He's across the 45, down the near sideline, across midfield. He's got the first down. The officials mark him out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So he gets it all back and then some. That is a 22-yard gain for Ryan Lambert. It moves the chains.
These outside zone-looking plays have hurt this Cardinals defense. It's setting the edge. It's flowing where the ball's going, and that's the thing defensively that right now they haven't done really that great when those outside zone runs hit. And that's a great play call from Pemberton, going back to some things that they were doing well earlier in the first half.
First and 10, Pemberton, ball in the near hash at the 46 of Lawrence. Maines in the shotgun, single receiver split out wide to the right. Lambert is the halfback. Maines takes the helmet eye snap. He gives to Lambert, runs outside the left tackle again, makes a move on Beaver Wilcher, breaks a tackle across the 40, and then gets bottled up at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 8, and so far the Cardinals' run defense not looking all too stout here on this opening drive.
Yeah, the Hornets had 2 pulling guards, and that's 2 pulling offensive linemen. Looked like the right guard and the right tackle. They tried to do a power to the left, and that's been a play where I think, they can get some success there. And now, like you said, Jordan, that run defense, they are getting worn down, and that's not a good sign coming out of the locker room because we still got a little over 10 minutes left in this quarter and a whole quarter to go. You're going to have to be able to be ready to get to control the gap in the line of scrimmage. And right now, they're not controlling the line of scrimmage coming out of the locker room.
2nd and 2 from the Lawrence 38. Maines in the shotgun, puts Lambert in motion, takes a snap, gives it to him, running outside the right tackle. He's got a first down across the 35-30, puts it into second gear across the 25 and takes it all the way down near the 20-yard line. Over the far numbers goes Ryan Lambert. Another big play for this Pemberton run game, and they are immediately down near the red zone, and they say they are in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Big gain. Ryan Lambert moves the chains on 2nd and 2. This is going to be the first play for Pemberton from the red zone. It's the first play for either team, in fact, down in that territory.
Yeah, and this is where, your plays, you have to get more and more comfortable with what you really like. And so far, I think Pemberton's found that this drive with their, power plays, those outside zone plays that are working, the motion, the fake jet sweeps, those outside zones. They've got something that they've got cooking up this drive.
1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. The trouble with the snap, ball is out. And Maines falls back on top of it at the 24. There were 3 Cardinals in there as Lawrence brought pressure, and Nehemiah Maines was able to rekindle the football after the handoff that he tried to get to Ryan Lambert fell to the ground.
Yeah, it looked like a low snap there. Maines had trouble with it, and Maines is very lucky that he landed on that football. Very, very lucky.
So it's 2nd down and 13, they'll call it. Maines is in the shotgun. Single receiver split out wide to the left. Lambert is the running back lined up to his right. He takes a snap. Maines going to take off himself over the right guard. Barrels forward. Bounces off a tackle across the 15. Still going. He's got the first down across the 10. And now all of a sudden, the running game of Nehemiah Maines is becoming a factor.
Yeah, and he's got that quarterback power type of thing to his game. And I think now that adds a whole nother dimension to the Hornets offense. And again, it's not just your simple inside handoff runs that become powers and outside zone. Now you got the quarterback power. So their running game has become a handful, not just in this game. This drive alone, they are wearing down this Cardinals defensive line.
1st and goal for Pemberton from the Lawrence 9-yard line. They've gone right down the field. They've done it all on the ground. This drive started back at their own 42, and after the penalty, it was backed up to the 32-yard line. Maines is in the shotgun, single receiver to the right. Ryan Lambert, the running back, lined up on Maines' left hip, staring down a 4-man front of red jerseys. He takes a snap. He hands it off to Brady Golighty off the right side. He's across the 10 to the 5, and he gets spun down very close to the goal line. Is he in? They're going to say no. He's at the half-yard line outside the near numbers went Brady Golighty. That's a gain of 8.5. And it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. And again, the Cardinals continue to get gashed on the outside.
And right now, Pemberton's attacking them with numbers. They had 3 guys heading towards, the wide side of the field. Cardinals had 2. And they were very lucky that the officials marked Pemberton short, because I thought he had that second effort. I thought he was in, Jordan.
8:14 to play third quarter. Cardinals up by 1. Maines is under center with 3 lined up behind him. Will it be a quarterback sneak? Now they go into the triangle. Maines sneaks it ahead. There's a flag down. He's into the end zone.
Might be an early jump here.
Yeah, every official from the backfield threw a flag. Either that or an illegal motion. It's going to
come back.
Yep, illegal formation going up against Pemberton, and that's going to push them back. And again, just a very poorly timed penalty for the Hornets.
And right when you're about to take the lead, that has to frustrate you, because both your running backs move in late for a late push, almost like the tush push that they were trying to do. And you just can't get the whipped cream on top of the ice cream sundae right then and there.
So it's 2nd down and goal now for Pemberton from the 6-yard line. Exactly 4 minutes into the third quarter. Glad you could join us on 107.7 The Bronc. Cardinals on top 7-6. Maines again comes out under center with 3 lined up behind him again. Can't imagine they'd QB sneak it. Motions Carter to the right. Now it's an I formation. Maines takes a snap, tosses it to Lambert, running to the right, and he gets dragged down. Gain of a yard. That time the Cardinals defense comes up with a play. Looked like it was Isaiah Greer there to trip him up, and now 3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, he did a great job. He looked like he shot out of a cannon, setting the edge, and what a play, just kind of holding that outside leverage and then making that tackle there. I mean, a tough tackle, I might add, from Greer. And now, third down here, I mean, you're going to have to play really good red zone defense here. I mean, this is a huge down here, and this could be one of those 5 to 7 plays that decide this game, Jordan.
3rd and goal for Pemberton from the Lawrence 5-yard line, moving from our right to our left. Maines in the shotgun. Carter, the running back, lined up on his left hip. Single receiver, that's Anderson, lined up outside the left numbers. Maines takes a snap, takes it right up the middle towards the goal line. He dives forward and he's in. Nehemiah Maines, RPO, goes for a touchdown. First offensive touchdown for either team. There are a couple of Hornets that are down after the play. And so with 7:04 to play third quarter, the Hornets have their first lead. It's 12-7. Now their training staff will have to jog onto the field. Nehemiah Maines is one of those players who is on a knee. It looks like he's helping tend to one of the Hornets that's down. There are two. One's in the end zone. One is just outside the end zone. So Hornets go on top, but it might have cost them.
Yeah, and you know, that's usually like those quarterback power runs, those design quarterback runs. You usually take a beating when it's like one of those big hits. And I thought initially it might have been maybe like something like the ankle, because I couldn't see if anybody hit him like, you know, like a clean hit. I don't think it was that. I think it was just maybe he got tripped up, and it looks like it might be just like his ankle or something, right? Now there's another injury for Pemberton, and he looked like he was on his back there, so that one might be the one that I'm a little more worried about too, because that's one of your top offensive linemen too. So, but I think Maines is fine, but that lineman being hurt, I mean, that could be a big loss.
So the player that was down in the end zone, it's Elijah Washington, the senior offensive lineman. He's to his feet, walking very slowly with a little bit of help off the field. The other player down appears to be Jaden Padden, another senior offensive lineman. He's now just getting to his feet. Pemberton takes the lead on the 5-yard touchdown run by Nehemiah Maines. It's their first lead of the night. This is a Pemberton team that enters this game in first place. They're just one of 3 first-place teams in the West Jersey Football League with a negative point differential. They now have a point differential of minus 13 after that touchdown run. Kingsway over in the Classic Division and Atlantic City in the Constitution Division are the only other 2 first-place teams that have not scored as many points as their opponents. As Padden walks off, the extra point unit jogs on. Or no, it appears they're going to go for 2, in fact, looking to go up by 7. Maines is under center with 3 lined up behind him. Now they move forward as if they're going to sneak it. There they go. No, it's a fake quarterback sneak. Maines drops back and completes it to E.J. Zapata Smalls. How about that? It's 14-7.
Looked like that old Derrick Henry, Tim Tebow. Fake run, nope, pull back, lob it up there. And that was a really good design play by the Hornets. And now their confidence is high. Now Lawrence, okay, they landed the first punch. Now, how do you respond?
Well, the Cardinals now, they're going to have to respond at home for the first time. First time they are trailing here at Lawrence High School all season. It's a Cardinals team that came into this game 3-0 at home. It was their first 3-0 start at home, at least, since 2013. Just want to go back to that point differential thing real quick. The Cardinals entering this game outscoring opponents 78-51. That plus 27 is the highest in the national. But they now find themselves on the wrong end of a 14-7 score. And with an offense that's struggling, they're going to have to be able to move the ball down the field, which is something we haven't really been able to see them do in the short fields. And now, depending on this kickoff, they may have to go a little bit further.
Yeah, and I think right now their special teams, their kick return game, we've seen Pitts Parker return one for 70 yards. We've seen a kickoff return touchdown on the first play of the game. So now this is where, can your special teams first set up really good field position? If they can't, you're going to need to find something that you trust that can gain yards. And I think a quick game here you're going to need if you're the Cardinals.
Owen Soto, the kicker, kicking from right to left. He runs up, and it's a line drive, end over end. It's fielded by one of the up men at the 18-yard line. Across the 25, he goes out across the 30, and then gets spun to the ground at the 34-yard line. Cardinals offense jogging back out onto the field. That was Carmelo Thompson with the return. And Lawrence will be set up 66 yards away from a tie game.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you're set up inside the 40, right? So you got a good starting room of field position. Now it's just, can you win first and second down? Like I said in this game, you're going to have to do. Now it's stopped raining for the moment, which is nice. So that helps a little bit. But you still got to find a way to win those early downs. Get your team at least in field goal range this drive.
I formation, look for Gage, 1st and 10. Takes snap, turns, gives to Pitts Parker. Full head of steam, and he runs into a wall. After a gain of maybe a yard, they say he got to the 35. Man, Pitts Parker put it into second gear right when he got that football, then just got stonewalled after a pickup of 1.
Yeah, and their inside running game has been very difficult. And I think that, once you see more tape on the film for the season, right, teams start to figure out a way, okay, how do we take away the strengths of what they do well, right? Pemberton's done a good job with their inside running game, and they're forcing Lawrence to either run off tackle or outside. And so far, Lawrence has done a good job with their off tackle outside runs, but they're going to need to find a way to keep those runs a little different than what they're used to doing, because their inside running game is different tonight.
Gage under center, 2nd and 9 from the 35. Turns, gives to Pitts Parker over the right guard, and he gets arm tackled at the 36-yard line. E.J. Zapata Smalls just stuck out his right arm and nearly clotheslined Pitts Parker. Spun him around. It's another pickup of 1, 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, right now you're in an ideal, not great situation. Halfway through the third quarter almost already. And it's very important now to find a chain-moving play of at 10 to 12 yards that you're comfortable with.
Full line substitution. Lamar, Pitts Parker, they come out of the game along with Joel Caesar and Mahmoud Ali. Gage is in the shotgun, 3rd and 8. Carmelo Thompson is the running back. Twin receiver set. Gage takes a snap. Looking right now, he's going to take off up the middle. Makes a man miss at the 40. He's got the 1st down across the 45. Over the near numbers, out to midfield. Francis Gage using his legs. He's fired up as he gets off the turf. Moves the chains. That is a gain of 14 yards for Francis Gage. 1st and 10 Lawrence.
The first thing I noticed, he was so hyped on that play. He ran up to Coach Radisson. He was like, thank you for giving me that play call. Finally, you call my own number, and now the drive's moving.
They say he got an extra yard out to the 49. Give Gage 15 on his first forward carry of the night. 1st and 10 Cardinals, 49 of Pemberton. I formation. Gage takes a snap, turns around, gives to Pitts Parker, and he gets ripped to the ground by E.J. Zapata Smalls in the backfield. Same type of tackle. Was able to stick out his right arm and then wrapped up Pitts Parker. That's a loss of 3, and that was violent.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he really just kind of had his sights set out on Pitts Parker. He's like, I'm tired of seeing him run through outside and avoiding a big play. And this is where now the Cardinals are going to be tested to see, can they find a different way to win than what they're usually used to doing? That's where the adversity now hit them last game with Bordentown. It's still hitting them here today.
2nd and 13 from their own 48. Gage under center, gives to Pitts Parker, reverses it. Joel Caesar. Zapata Smalls is right there to wrap him up and tackle him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard. The ball came out at the end, and I think the far side official is going to rule Caesar down. It's a loss of 1, and all of a sudden a drive that looked pretty promising after the 15-yard run by Francis Gage now sees a 3rd and 14 play coming up.
Looked like that play just completely blew up from jump. Blocking wasn't in sync, and again, now you're in another 3rd and long. I mean, you're not in an ideal situation where you need to find a way to move the ball. Now, the likely play call here is they're probably going to go deep shot to Robbins, right? But you got to find some other plays that you can get yards after the catch to keep the drive going instead of taking a shot play.
Gage in the gun, 3rd and 14 from the 47. Takes a snap, drops back, rolling to his right. He's got pressure off the edge, now pressure in his face. Makes a man miss, doesn't make the second guy miss, and the ball came out. Pemberton looks like they've got it. Was able to elude one of the edge rushers, but there to get him down was Madden Macy. He forced the ball out. It's recovered by the Hornets. It's the first turnover of the game for Lawrence. Francis Gage just never saw that hit coming. And now Pemberton is going to be set up on the Lawrence 42-yard line, leading at 14-7 with 3:15 to go, third quarter.
And see, that's why I think they need a quick game, Jordan, because that offensive line and pass protection isn't giving him enough time to throw the ball. If you have a quick game going, that ball comes out, and if you got the right spacing, that's when you can get yards out of the catch. That's why I think if they have a quick game offense, they take it to the next level, and they show a big jump on there. And right there, that's why they need, that's the example that I'm seeing a play like that. They need a quick game.
So it's 1st and 10 Pemberton from the 42 of Lawrence, moving right to left. Nehemiah Maines, the quarterback in the shotgun. Single receiver to the right. Ryan Lambert goes in motion left to right. Play action. It's a give to Carter. He runs outside the left hash, gains a yard. DB 13 to Marcus Beaver Wiltshire brings him to the ground.
Yeah, that's a better job on the run again. First down. What do I always say, Jordan, in this game? Run down on first down. So, inside defensive tackles. Make sure B gaps, C gaps. I don't let anybody get past the line of scrimmage. Edge defenders, set your edge in the A gap. Okay? Your middle linebackers, flow outside. That's what you got to do on that. Sorry, Jordan.
2nd down and 9 for Pemberton from the 41 of Lawrence. Maines in the shotgun. Single receiver now to the left. That's Anderson. And Ryan Lambert goes in motion left to right. Play action. Maines rolling to his right. Has pressure. Slings it over the middle. Incomplete. What a play that time. Getting up to knock it down to the ground was Vlado Nikolov. He was able to sky into the air and got his right hand on it. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
What a play by Nikolov. What a big change of emotion and flow that would have been for them. I mean, if he was able to come up with that pick there. But again, Lawrence has gotten close to Maines. They just haven't been able to bring him down and make him hold that ball for an extra second or two. They're right there. They just got to knock the door down.
3rd and 9 for Nehemiah Maines and Pemberton from the 41-yard line. He's in the shotgun, and it's going to be Foster taking the direct snap, running outside. A flag flies. He's to the 35 outside the far numbers. He's got the first down, but this one might be coming back, and it wouldn't be surprising because it would have been a first down pickup.
Guessing false start. That's what I was going to guess here.
And we'll see if it is indeed a false start. Clock is at 2:17, 14-7 game. It would have been a first down pickup for David Foster. And they're going to call a legal motion, and that's going to back Pemberton up. Again, the Cardinals catch a break on what would have been a first down play.
Yeah, I mean, again, now you got it, a better situation, 3rd and long, as I was trying to figure out the penalty there in the middle of the play, Jordan. Now, you got them in an ideal situation, but 3rd down, you got a chance to get a takeaway here, but they can also get pressure. So the question for me is defensively, can they get pressure on time to make Maines hold that ball an extra second or two, or can they get a takeaway to change the flow and rhythm of this game?
Again, Foster's the Wildcat quarterback, 3rd and 14. He bounces it outside the right tackle. Another flag flies, and this time he's going nowhere. Takes it to the 45-yard line, but then brought down by Vlado Nikolov. There is a flag. If it's going against Pemberton, Coach Radis will decline it, and it will force the punting unit presumably onto the field.
I think they're moving back a little bit. Looks like they're moving back a little bit, Jordan.
It's going to be a hold going against Pemberton, and on 3rd down, you got to believe that Coach Radis will decline that. He's in conversation with the near side official. 1:39 to play, 3rd quarter. It's 14-7, Pemberton on top. Cardinals behind in a game at home for the first time this season. So they call the hold on a 3rd and 14 play, and it looks like Coach Radis is going to go against the grain and accept this one. So they had them stopped. Instead, maybe trying to pin them further back for a possible punt, but now you put your defense in a situation where they've got to be able to make a play. And look, it's 3rd down and forever, but you still had them off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think that you kind of want the extra, cushion there that you want to back them up, make it go further, make them go further back instead of 4th down, and then you potentially have a punt that doesn't really get in the ideal spot you want to go for here.
3rd and 24, Maines in the gun, gives to Anthony Carter. He breaks a couple tackles across midfield, still on his feet, and now finally taken down from behind at the Lawrence 45. And so that play takes it out to right about where Pemberton would have been after the previous 3rd down play. And now let's see if Coach Davis brings the punting unit onto the field. It's 4th down and 12 from the Lawrence 44-yard line. And here comes Ryan Lambert. He's going to punt it away. Isaac Pitts-Parker, Isaiah Greer, they're going to be the deep men jogging back to the 10-yard line.
And I don't disagree with your point, Jordan, about trying to decline it and take 4th down. I want you to know that. I just think that the reasoning why he took a 3rd and long was to, see if they can get maybe one stop on Pemberton that could maybe force a turnover.
Lambert's punt is right down the middle of the field, bounces at the 23, takes a hop. It ends up in the hands of Isaiah Greer at the 18-yard line. He carries it forward across the 25 over the near numbers. And then some extracurricular. No flags are on the field, but Greer was getting a little handsy that time with one of the players on Pemberton. Number 44, his number is not listed on the roster. And so after all that, it will be 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 27-yard line. They get it trailing by 7 with just 13 seconds to play here in the 3rd. So this play will presumably end the quarter and send us to the 4th. Cardinals 73 yards away from the end zone. They jog onto the field, out of the huddle. Gage under center. In the backfield is Keanu Lamar and Isaac Pitts-Parker, single receiver to the right. Gage takes a snap, gives to Pitts-Parker, runs by the right tackle across the 30, outside the numbers, towards the 40-yard line, angling out of bounds. That's a 1st down pickup for the fired up Isaac Pitts-Parker with just 7 seconds left. He moves the chains out across the 40-yard line. Out to the, looks like they're going to mark him actually right at the 40, so that is a 13-yard pickup for Isaac Pitts-Parker. The clock does stop as he went out of bounds and picked up the 1st. So the Cardinals will have one more play here in this 3rd quarter. They walk to the line. Gage under center. Lamar and Pitts-Parker in the backfield. Jack Dunn split out wide to the left. Gage takes a snap, turns and gives to Pitts-Parker, runs over the right tackle again, out across the 45. He's got a good gain on 1st down to the 48. That will end the 3rd quarter. Cardinals trailing 14-7, but Isaac Pitts-Parker starting to come alive again. We'll head to the 4th. Cardinals down 7 here on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Underway, 2nd and 2 for the Cardinals on their own 48. Gage takes a snap under center, gives to Pitts-Parker over the left tackle. He's got a 1st down, stiff-arming a man across the 50, and then gets leveled by Ryan Lambert, but not after a 3-yard gain. That's good enough to pick up the 1st. It gets it out to the 49-yard line of Pemberton. Cardinals trailing it right now, 14-7 as we begin the 4th quarter. He's still Rich Sale. I'm still Jordan Hirsch. Cardinals into plus territory on the 49-yard line, looking to avoid their first home loss of the season and move into 1st place in the National Division. Gage under center, 1st and 10. Lamar and Pitts-Parker in the backfield. Gage takes a snap, gives to Pitts-Parker. Over the left tackle he goes again. Falls forward across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 6, and Isaac Pitts-Parker is starting to pick up those chunk plays.
And they're starting to get that power action, following those fullbacks, kicking outside, and I think that's where Pitts-Parker does. That's where he makes his bread and butter, right outside. Follow your blockers, and that's where he did really well in that second quarter, being patient, wait for those holes to open up, and so far they're winning the edge, Lawrence, on this drive, and that's what you want to see.
2nd down and 4 for the Cardinals from the 43 of Pemberton. Gage again under center with Lamar and Pitts-Parker in the backfield. Split out wide to the right is Jack Dunn. Gage takes a snap, gives it to the fullback Lamar, and he gets buried after a gain of a yard. A pair of Hornets in on that tackle. Carries it to the 42-yard line. That sets up 3rd and 3. Cardinals now in a 3rd and short scenario. That's one we haven't really seen too much tonight.
No, and they won 1st and 2nd down. Now you're in that 3rd and short. Now you got to just make sure that you have a play that you like. 3rd and 3. 5 to 7 yard play that you really, really trust right now.
3rd down and 3 for the Cardinals from the 42 of Pemberton. Gage under center with Lamar and Pitts-Parker in the backfield. Brendan Doherty split out wide to the left. He takes a snap, gives to Pitts-Parker, and he goes backwards. Try to run it over the left guard. Nothing doing there whatsoever. Monroe Hall, the senior defensive end, was the main guy there to bring him down. It's a loss of 1. 4th and 4 from the 43, and this appears to be an easy decision for Coach Radis. Offense remains on the field.
Game's in the balance right now, right? And, that 3rd down call, I know you're running great, but I would still try to get maybe a quick game here because you catch them off guard. You're like, Oh wait, they have a quick game? Yes. And right now, in this situation, if you get the right leverage, try to find something to get the ball out of Gage's hands quick, because this offensive line, pass protection-wise, has not done a good job here. If you don't get the 4 yards, you're giving Pemberton a very manageable field to work with here.
Gage is under center. Again, Lamar and Pitts Parker in the backfield. Single receiver split out wide to the right, 4th and 4 from the 43. Whistles, timeout being called. Who called it? It was Coach Radis, so he wants to make sure that everybody knows what the play call is, make sure everybody's on the same page before this critical 4th and 4 that will come with 9 minutes and 16 seconds to play in a 14-7 Hornets lead. And we've seen Pitts Parker he's found his rhythm, it appears, on this drive, but do you trust him enough to be able to get those 4 yards back? Or is this where Coach Radis rolls the dice, Rich, and maybe goes to the air attack, knowing that Dylan Robbins has gotten open a couple of times, but Gage just hasn't been able to drop it in the bucket?
Yeah, I mean, I think here you could try a couple different avenues, right? You could try a little slip screen to Pitts Parker. You know, if you can get the lineman moving upfield, right, to get the ball out of Gage's hands quick, pick up the first down. I think you can catch the defense a little off guard there. But I also think you try to find ways where you get a little bit of your receivers, give Robbins something quick to get his confidence up a little bit slowly. Get the ball out quick. Right here, 4th and 4, you want to find something that you know are good open man zone beating routes depending on the look you get. You got to find something quick to get that ball out of his hands, because there are routes to work with. They just got to find that quick game that they can get the leverage with.
4th down and 4 for the Cardinals on the 43 of Pemberton. Francis Gage under center. Lamar, Pitts Parker in the backfield. Nebe and Ali switch from the left side of the line to the right. Gage takes a snap, turns and gives to Pitts Parker over the right guard, across the 40, first down and more to the 30, over the far numbers, 25,
he's still going.
20 to the 10, and he's bounced out of bounds around the 10-yard line. What a play by Isaac Pitts Parker, staying on his feet, moving the chains, setting up 1st and goal.
And the late shift from Ali and the other tight end, they move to the right, and one of those backs moves to the left, and that's what sets up the blocking on the right side there, and that's where those holes open up, and Pitts Parker works the edge, works up the sideline, and that's a huge 4th down conversion. Cardinals are within striking distance.
They'll say he was knocked to the sidelines at the 12, so instead 1st and 10 Cardinals in the red zone for the first time tonight, moving right to left, trailing by 7. Gage under center. Pitts Parker, Lamar in the backfield. This time Nebe and Ali flip from the right side of the line to the left. Gage, 1st and 10. Takes a snap, turns and gives to Pitts Parker. Bounces it left. Running over the numbers. Nothing there. He goes down in the backfield, and another big hit delivered. That time it was Andrew Anderson there to deliver the blow. Pitts Parker's a little slow to get up. There is a flag.
Yeah, he took that one. I think one of the guys, somebody from Pemberton is down too. It looks like one of their defensive linemen.
Yeah, the player down for Pemberton again is Jaden Patton, who was one of the players injured on their touchdown late in the 3rd.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And Rich, right now you got to believe it's Isaiah Greer with the kickoff return for the touchdown, as Patton gets up and walks off the field under his own power. But still a lot of game left, and that MVP race is hanging in the balance.
I was going to say, if Pitts Parker keeps playing like he does, it's going to be 1A, 1B for that player of the game. It's going to be up for grabs.
It's a holding call going against Lawrence, so they'll now be 1st down and 20 from the 22 of Pemberton. Gage jogs back onto the field from the near sideline after getting the play call. Clock is at 8:55 and ticking. Ball placed between the hash marks. Gage, he's under center, tight formation. Pitts Parker is the running back, lined up all the way back at the 27. Gage takes a snap, turns and gives to Pitts Parker, runs over the center, has some good running room out across the 15, and he's marked down to the 14. That's a pickup of 8. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
They gave him actually 9 on there, Jordan, actually. I think they gave him 9.
They carried all the way out to the 13. The far side official overrules the one on the near side. So ball between the hash marks now. 2nd down and 11. Clock down to 8:13 to go. Brendan Doherty checks into the game. And checking out will be Dylan Robbins. Cardinals in their red and white home uniforms walk to the line. Pemberton's already there. Gage, again, he's under center. He's Only been in the shotgun a few times tonight. Lamar and Pitts Parker lined up behind him. Pitts Parker gets the football, runs over the right tackle, outside the 10, still on his feet across the 5, and stacked up right around the 5. Maybe they say he got pushed back towards the 6. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4. Francis Gage jogs back over towards the near sideline as Jack Dunn is going to check into the game for this 3rd and 4 play. Last time the Cardinals needed 4 yards, they went to Isaac Pitts Parker. He got a lot more than that. Let's see if Coach Radis rolls the dice with his senior running backs again. Cardinals trailing at 14-7 with 7:18 to play. 3rd down and 4. Moving from our right to our left. Cardinals walk to the line. Ball placed on the 6-yard line of Pemberton. Gage under center. Lamar and Pitts Parker lined up behind him. Jack Dunn split out wide to the left. Gage takes a snap, turns and gives to Pitts Parker. Bounces it left and cannot get out of the grasp of one of the defensive linemen for Pemberton. That was Tyson Alexander, who wrapped him up back at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 1. Now 4th down and 5, and it appears the offense is going to remain on the field. This would be makeable field goal range for Justin Petit home, but trailing by 7, Cardinals are looking to punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, and the way that Pemberton's offense has been, you feel like they're in a rhythm, and if you kick a field goal and you don't get the ball back, there's your game. So I don't mind this decision from Coach Radis, but you have to have a play that you are comfortable with that either gets the 1st down or can get in the end zone. This is a huge down here.
Francis Gage under center, 4th and 5 from the 7. Lamar Pitts Parker lined up behind him. Lamar directly behind him, Pitts Parker off to the right. Gage takes a snap, rolling to his left. He wants to throw, squares his shoulders, firing, end zone for Nebe.
Oh!
Got it! Back left pylon, Chude Nebe makes the grab. Touchdown, Lawrence.
I guess I was wrong about 3rd down being the Nebe down. How about 4th down for Nebe in the back of the end zone near the pylon? And what a catch!
What a throw as well by Francis Gage, putting it right on the helmet of Chude Nebe. It's a 14-13 game, 6 minutes and 2 seconds left. Justin Petit home, out to add the extra point, looking to knot the score at 14. 7-yard hookup, Gage to Nebe. It's Gage's first passing touchdown of the year. Snap down, hold down, kick is a line drive, and it is no good. He missed it wide left. Pemberton is celebrating as if Jaquan Henderson might have got a hand on it. And so for as electrifying as that touchdown was, the Cardinals remain behind. It's 14-13 with 6:02 to go, and now their defense is going to need another stop.
And those little things matter in a game, Jordan. That, like, just blocking extra points. They're not on the stat sheet unless you go to the special team stats. And that block is one of those 5 to 7 differences in this game, teetering between a win and a loss for the Cardinals right now with just over 6 minutes to go.
And so, again, an excellent play by Chude Nebe. His first offensive receiving touchdown of his career. Francis Gage, that's his first completion since week 1. But now a little bittersweet as they still trail at 14-13. Cardinals kicking unit comes out. They're going to be kicking from right to left. The deep men are Ryan Lambert for Pemberton. He's lined up on the near side of the field. Then across from him is David Foster. They walk up and are standing on the 26. We've seen a pair of pooch kicks from Vlado Nikolov tonight. Has the ball lined up in between the hash marks at the 40-yard line. Big drive coming up for the Lawrence defense. It's a line drive kick, angled towards the near side of the field, fielded at the 30 by Lambert. He runs into his own guy at the 40, stays upright, and then gets it to the 44-yard line, 14-yard return. And so here comes the Pemberton offense back out there. Cardinals in need of a stop, still trailing by 1 after the touchdown.
All right, you're down 1 with less than 6 minutes to go, right? And you know, if you give up 7, it's within an 8-point game, right? If you give up a field goal, you're down 4. But if you get a stop, give your offense time. Your offense would have to go into a 2-minute drill. So if you're the Cardinals defense here, ideally you want to try to get a 3 and out. But if you're going to give up at least a score, you want to hold them to at least 3.
First and 10 Pemberton. Ball on their own 44-yard line, moving left to right. Maines in the shotgun, single receiver to the left. Ryan Lambert is the running back, lined up on his right hip. He takes a snap. It's a play action. He keeps it himself, does Maines, and he gets bottled up, loss of a yard. There to rip him to the ground was Mahmoud Ali. Carmelo Thompson in there as well. Second down and 11.
And the Energizer Bunny does a great job of getting everybody on the same page and tackling and gap discipline and finding the ball carrier. You see how they all flow to the ball there, Jordan? That's what you have to do now in crunch time. You know it's been a power outside zone play. Find the ball carrier and fit the hole.
Second down and 11 for Pemberton. They walk to the line in their white and green road uniforms. Ball placed on their own 43-yard line. Maines in the shotgun. Anthony Carter, the running back, lined up to his right. Single receiver split out wide to the right. Maines, slight bend at the knees. Readies for the snap. Takes it neck high. Gives to Carter. Running over the left guard. He's across the 45. Up the middle across the 50. And he gets taken down right in the center of the big red L at midfield. That is a gain of 7. It'll set up 3rd and 4 at the 50-yard line for Pemberton.
All right, you got a 3rd and manageable here. Like, right now, you know that this quarterback design power play by Maines has got to be on your mind right now, or that Wildcat. You got to be playing one of those two plays right now.
3rd and 4 for Pemberton. Ball in between the hash marks at midfield. DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher hyping up the crowd. Maines in the shotgun. Single receiver to the right. Carter, the running back, lined up to the right. Puts Lambert in motion left to right. Gives to Carter. And he's going nowhere. He looked like he was going to break the tackle of Chad Dillard in the backfield, but he was able to knock him to the turf. That's a loss of a yard. Forces 4th and 5. Cardinals at least appear to have gotten that defensive stop. Let's see what head coach Gerald Davis elects to do. David Foster's coming onto the field. Maines remains out there, and it looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and 5 from their own 49. And when David Foster comes onto the field, you got to watch that wild card play.
Yeah, and he's a big play domino that we've seen. I mean, he's very dynamic after the catch. His speed has been impressive so far tonight. I think you got to expect that wildcat play, or they're going to find a way to go to him. But don't rule out this being a pass play. That's all I will say here.
Well, it looked like they wanted to run the Wildcat, but some confusion forces Pemberton to burn a timeout. Foster was the one in the shotgun. Maines was jogging over towards the near side of the field to line up as a receiver. And you got to believe, Rich, that now out of this timeout, they're going to go right back to that play. We've seen them run it to either side of the line. Cardinals are going to have to be able to set that edge. And we'll see if Coach Radis elects to maybe bring some of his linebackers or safeties down closer to the line, as Foster, if they do indeed go back to the Wildcat, is only going to need 5 yards.
Yeah, if they're gonna run the Wildcat, you got to flow to that side where you know it's been. And so far, the 2 times they've run it, it's been that right side. So you better tell your linebackers, if it's Wildcat, flow to the side. They're running too. So if they're going right, flow right. If they're going left, flow left. Twice it's been runs. But if it's going to be pass, you got to watch it, because it might be. We can't even rule out the quarterback power from Maines, Jordan. That could be on the table too.
Pemberton breaks huddle. Lawrence jogging in from the near sideline as well. 3:34 to go. It's a 14-13 Hornets lead. Each team has missed an extra point, and the one right now by Petit Home is the difference. Foster, the running back, he is lined up in the shotgun. It's going to be that Wildcat play, it appears. He takes the snap. He gives it to Anthony Carter. He goes over the left hash and has the first down. They catch the Cardinals off guard, thinking that Foster was going to be the one to run it. Instead, it was Anthony Carter. He carries it out to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 6. It moves the chains. It runs the clock. It's down to 3:22.
And now, if you're Lawrence, you got only 2 timeouts. And so far, the Hornets have their running game that's just attacking you downhill. I mean, just when you thought they had to stop, you can't find the ball carrier in the backfield, and you got to just find a way to just not let those holes open up. I mean, they got to control that line of scrimmage, which they have not done tonight, and try to see if they can get them into a 3rd and long and hopefully give your offense a chance in this game to possibly go win the game. But it needs to stop on defense first.
1st and 10 for Pemberton on the Lawrence 45. Maines in the shotgun, takes the snap, gives to Anthony Carter over the center, and he gets pushed backwards. Nothing doing there for Carter. A swarm of Cardinals in on that tackle.
Coach Radish just called the second timeout. So now you're down to one left, 2:42. Second and long now. So, again, you know Pemberton's going to run this clock. So it's just finding the ball carrier, wrapping up, and making sure that you give your offense enough time to go run their 2 minute, at least get you in the field goal range. But it starts with winning second down, third down, and knowing when to use that one timeout you got left now.
It's a loss of 1, so it'll be second down and 11 following the timeout. And, Rich, it seems that Pemberton, they've certainly had a lot more success running outside the tackles compared to trying to run in between them. And at least if I was Coach Davis, that would be the play call here. Cardinals are going to have to look to stop as Pemberton continues to try to bleed time off the clock.
Yeah, you got to watch those outside runs because that's where their bread and butter has been so far tonight. And I think that right now, knowing that they just got stuffed inside, they might try that. But it's on your linebackers, it's on your safeties. Flow to the ball, find the ball carrier, fit the hole. That's what you have to do there. And you know that last play they fit the hole there. Now if they run outside, flow and find the ball carrier and tackle him in the backfield.
Teams back out onto the field. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. Second down and 11 for Pemberton on the 46 of Lawrence. Maines in the shotgun. That's been the theme. Single receiver split out wide to the left. Anthony Carter lined up on his right hip. Puts Andrew Anderson in motion. And then there's a fumble. It's David Foster picking it up off the ground at the 50-yard line. And then he gets spun to the turf at the 47. That play was doomed from the start. Coach Radish will use another timeout before this 3rd and 12 play.
That ball being on the ground was the worst case scenario that you wanted. The thing that didn't make it 100% worst full case scenario was they landed back on top of it. That would have been a huge if Lawrence got on top of that, that would have been the deciding play in this game. But now you got 3rd and 12 here. Okay? Outside, now they just got beat. I mean, they just got stuffed. Inside, the play before, they got stuffed. So now this is a big down here. So now with no timeouts, you got to figure out right now, okay, if anything, you're fine with them going out of bounds because it stops the clock. If you go inbounds, the clock's going to run. You're going to have, let's say, maybe under 2 minutes to run your 2-minute offense to try to get a field goal here. So if I'm Lawrence, if it's an outside run and they're going closer to the sideline, force them out of bounds. Make them have to stay inside to burn clock in that scenario. Now, if they run inside, that's when the clock's going to wind down.
This is, I think, where the secondary also has to be alert as well. 3rd down and 12, and we've seen this become 4-down territory time and time again for Pemberton. Both teams walk back to the line. 3rd and 12 for the Hornets on the 47 of Lawrence. Nehemiah Maines is in conversation with one of the officials. He's lined up under center. Single receiver split out wide to each side on 3rd and 12. Takes a snap, turns, gives to Carter. He's going backwards. There to bring him to the ground was Christopher Tusillo. It's another loss of a yard. Here comes the punting unit onto the field for Pemberton. And the Cardinals defense stands tall when they needed it most.
All right, now you're in a situation where you got to stop now. Okay, you're down 2. With just under 2 minutes to go. You practice this in walkthroughs. You practice this in game. Practice this in walkthroughs. Practice this in general practice. Right now, you got to get, hopefully, if you can get a good return, that aids to the cause here, but you practice this all the time. Find the sideline when you go on offense, but it all starts with this return right here.
Greer and Pitts Parker, the deep men. Lambert takes a snap. Right-footed punt is away. It's a good one up the middle. It's fielded by Greer at the 20. He's got a head start, and then he gets brought to the ground immediately. Not much there at all. There to knock him to the ground, Jihad Goffney. And so the Cardinals trailing it by 1, just needing to get into field goal range for Justin Petit-Home. His long this year is 28. They'll have 1 minute and 40 seconds with which to work and no timeouts. This drive will start from their own 23-yard line. And now let's see if it continues to be the ground game with Pitts Parker, or how risky does Coach Radish get with Francis Gage looking to throw it. Gage comes out under center, 1st and 10. Right now he's lined back up in the shotgun. Single receiver to either side. It's Chris Mager in at quarterback. He fires far side, complete to Doherty outside the numbers, then gets ripped to the ground after a gain of about 8 to the 31. He was brought to the ground inbounds. Clock still running down to 126 and 125. Chris Mager remains in the game as the quarterback. Coach Radis maybe putting some more confidence in Mager's passing game as compared to Francis Gage.
And they showed some outside leverage there, those 5 yards off. I mean, that's where you want to attack. Just find a way to get the sideline. The clock is against you here.
Mager in the gun, takes a snap, drops back, stands in, delivers a wobbly pass, incomplete to the 45-yard line. A flag comes in from the secondary, looked to be intended for Dylan Robbins. The closest one there was Jaquan Henderson. This might be going against Pemberton from where this flag came in. It sits on the opposite 48-yard line.
And that would be huge for the Cardinals because it stops the clock, too, and you get additional yards on top of it.
We'll see what the call is. 1 minute and 2 seconds is all that remains. It would be third down and 2, but it's a defensive holding call, and that's going to be an automatic first down for Lawrence. They'll march the football across the 40-yard line to the 41. Cardinals 59 yards away from the end zone with 62 seconds left and no timeouts. They break the huddle and walk to the line. Again, Chris Mager in at quarterback. He's lined up in the shotgun, motions Justin Petit home from the left to the right, single receiver to either side. Mager takes the waist-high snap, drops back, has pressure, and then gets jumped on from behind. That's a sack. Worst case scenario for the Cardinals, they lose 6 yards, clock still running to 50 seconds, now down to 49 and 48.
You got to throw that ball away if you're getting pressure there, and now you got to have that sense of urgency. Line up on the ball.
So it's 2nd down and 16 for Lawrence on their own 35. Clock to 36 seconds, now 35. Cardinals can't stop it. They're in their huddle, perhaps a little surprisingly. Quickly break it for 2nd and 16. Mager, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Single receiver either side. 5-man front. Mager takes a snap, whistles false start. And so with 22 seconds left, the Cardinals are going the wrong way.
That huddle took a lot of time off the clock there, and when you're under 2 minutes, you practice your under 2 minute offense. When you have 1 timeout, 2 timeout, 3, no timeouts left, you practice this kind of stuff. You line up on the ball. Once you get sacked, you got to get everybody on the same page. There's no time to huddle. You got to play, spike the ball, and the clock's still running.
It's 2nd down and 21. Clock down to 11 seconds and 10. This may be the final play. Mager takes the snap, drops back, just going to let it fly near side of the field. It's wobbly. It's incomplete. Clock stops at 4 seconds left. It was intended for Brendan Doherty right around midfield, threw it up into triple coverage. It was Andrew Anderson, David Foster, Ryan Lambert, all there around the football. And the Cardinals will have one more play left. And let's see what Coach Radis elects to do here. I mean, you got to believe from the 30-yard line, the 70 yards out, this is probably just going to be see if you can get lucky Music City Miracle type of play and just try to lateral it around. And before we get that play call, head coach Gerald Davis will use his 2nd timeout of the half, and he'll just let his defense know what he expects to see coming. The clock is now at 3 seconds. Cardinals just one more play, Rich, and now they really just need a miracle.
They do, and I mean, we've seen crazy things happen before, so that is doable. It's just the odds of this are very, very low, though, because Pemberton's going to have everybody back. Do you have hook and ladders that you've tried before that have worked? And right now, you know Mager can't throw it that far. So the only way of that is, do you try to get maybe a hook and ladder? Do you try to get maybe a little surprise slip screen from the back? I don't know what you really do other than, you practice your hook and ladder situation.
So it's officially 4th down and 21 for the Cardinals from their own 30-yard line. Pemberton is going to play their defense very wide. Mager is the quarterback. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Mager stands back at the 25 in the gun. 4-man front, pressure coming. Mager takes a snap, and we've got a flag. Cardinals are now going to have to do this from 75 yards out. It's going to be a false start penalty going against Lawrence. It's going to back them up into 4th and 26, which, at least for all the Eagles fans in the audience, brings up some good memories. And so The Cardinals now needing a miracle like the Eagles had against the Packers back in 2004. Just 3 seconds left in a 14-13 Hornets lead. Mager jogs in from the near sideline. The Pemberton faithful on the far side of the field making some noise. Cardinals walk to the line in red and white. Ball on the 25, 4th and 26. Mager in the shotgun. One receiver left, two to the right. He takes the snap, drops back, has pressure, ball's knocked out of his hands. It's going to be picked up by Pemberton, and Anthony Carter walks it into the end zone, and that will seal it. It'll make the final score look a little prettier for Pemberton. 20-13 is how this one will end, as the Hornets improve to 3-0 in West Jersey Football League National Division play. They remain in first place. Cardinals, it's their second consecutive loss. They fall to 3-2 overall.